product provided by Nintendo. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is one of the best games to come out of 2017, and earlier this year we got the first half of the DLC planned for the game in the form of the Master Trials. DLC Pack 1 seemed to be focused on trials and challenges, gameplay that would really give the player some challenge once they were finished with the main game and wanted something more to play. The second DLC pack is out now, though it never really specified what it was going to be about or what it was going to contain. It looked like it would be more focused on story content, providing a new narrative to explore and experience. Let's see how that turned out. So this is a little bit weird because although it definitely looked like the Champions Ballad DLC was going to be story content, in reality it's more challenge content. The main part of the second DLC pack can only be accessed once you've beaten all 4 of the Divine Beasts. Once that's done, the game will tell you to return to the Shrine of Resurrection where you'll find a new weapon called the Obliterator. This is an incredibly powerful weapon that's so strong that it can defeat any enemy in a single hit, but in response, you're also vulnerable to being one-hit KO'd as well. The game instructs you to go to the 4 sections of the Great Plateau and take out groups of enemies, revealing new shrines for each of the group of enemies. This in itself was sort of a challenge as I hadn't played Zelda for a few months since starting the first DLC pack, so I had to readjust to the gameplay and techniques to defeating the enemies without getting hit myself. It took a bit to get used to, but I eventually got the hang of things and made my way through the 4 rather short but fun shrines awaiting for me in the Great Plateau. Once completing the 4 shrines, I was instructed to go do these objectives on my map, where statues with maps told me to go explore areas around the regions of the Divine Beast. These statues would show you 4 pictures of a map, but not necessarily where specifically in terms of a marker on your own map so you can track it down. So this became more of a scavenger hunt of sorts, and it definitely was the most tedious part of the DLC. However, you are rewarded with a new shrine for every part of the map you find, for a total of 16 new shrines that turn out to be some of the most pleasant ones in the game. When completing these objectives, Cass will play a song for you and activate a flashback scene that gives you a bit more depth into the character and personalities of the champions. It's a really cool director's cut type look at the champions of the past, but overall, it's honestly a bit of a letdown. I think Nintendo set the expectations for this DLC pack to be very story driven with a lot of narrative content, when in reality it just isn't. You get some extra scenes that explore the champions past a bit, but nothing revolutionary comes out of it outside of Baby Side and Smile that we all must protect. Upon completing these shrines, you're thrown into a new Divine Beast-like dungeon that ends with a new boss for a pretty great wrap-up to the DLC pack. Outside of these main objectives for the DLC pack, you can also explore around to find new armor sets, as well as earn the Master Cycle 0 for completing the DLC. It's a bit weird to see Link ride a motorcycle in Hyrule, but boy is it fun. I officially consider the Mario Kart 8 DLC canon because of this now. Jokes aside though, it's a really fun piece of extra content. Overall, I think from a general gameplay standpoint, DLC Pack 2 offers a nice 5 hours of extra gameplay for you to complete new shrines, a new dungeon, and a boss that in return rewards you with a badass new vehicle to ride around in. However, I do have to say that I was disappointed with the amount of new story content in this DLC pack. I was completely expecting to be engulfed with a brand new story or at least some sort of astonishing revelation, but outside of the nice piece of new backstory and a heartwarming scene here and there, the story aspect of the DLC was over as quickly as it began. If you go into the DLC expecting a story like I did, which I don't really blame you because it seems like that's what Nintendo was advertising, then you'll be setting yourself up for disappointment. However, if you go into this expecting more of the challenging gameplay much like the Master of Trials DLC, then I think you'll be in for some fun. Ultimately, it's a decent DLC pack, but one that definitely didn't live up to the expectations and potential it was building up. That does it for my review of DLC Pack 2 for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Once again, I do want to apologize that I haven't been too active in terms of uploads on this channel this week. I've just been really busy with school, and I believe this should be going up on December 12th, the day my last final is happening, so when this video goes up, I'll pretty much be in the middle of my last final, so wish me luck. If you're in the middle of finals, I wish you luck. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.